welcome to a beautiful sunny afternoon at the Cardinals Sports Complex, a very busy place. Among the many activities, the Cardinal Baseball Club hosting the Elk River Elks. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro behind home plate, a little delayed due to the late arrival of some important officials. We are ready to get this one underway.
Yeah, they were both of our agents. We had to wait till they got here before we signed the new contract, before we could go back on air. It's a beautiful day for a ball game, Joe. You couldn't have asked for a better day. Comfortable. It's a little bit windy, but I don't know if that'll affect too much. But we should be getting ready to go here. We've got a little over a half-hour delay to start this ball game, and it should be a good one.
Cardinals still looking for win number 1, 0-7 as we enter today's play. Elk River 2-2.
1-3.
1-3. Sorry,
Yep.
they 1-3. They've been shut out twice.
Yep.
And they've scored 7 runs twice.
Yep.
One of those in a loss.
Yeah, and Coach Holmgren, when I spoke with him, said, we in the last 10 days we finally started to hit our stride, play a little bit better, and he's hoping that we'll continue.
Coming off a shutout loss, the Cardinals shut out in their last 2 games, their last 2 contests, and they need to get the offense going. It has been a little slow on the uptake this spring. Trinity Blood, the leadoff man for Elk River, and he looks at a curveball from Jack Vlacity, called for a strike, 0-1.
Great name, love it. He's a great athlete. He's incredibly strong, Joe, raw and power. 5-tool player, which, certainly you like as a baseball player. Makes this team go offensively, and is also a standout linebacker in football.
0-2. Vlacity tries to tempt him with one down and away. It's 1-2. Vlacity certainly the ace of the squad for the Cardinals.
Yes.
Last outing against the Blaine Bengals. Went the distance, gave up no earned runs, but took the loss. 2 unearned runs in the 3rd inning.
I mean, his ERA is at 2.15 for a team that unfortunately has not won a game. Of course, the slogan here is the O has to go. They're definitely in need of a win.
Well, and the defense has had struggles. We've seen a lot of different lineups on the field. Gets the called 3rd strike for out number 1. A good start for Vlacity.
Yeah, really a nice pitch there to get Blood, and that's a big out to get that leadoff hitter.
There's a look at the order for the Elks. Cole Grubner stepping in next. Blake Ramberg behind him. The catcher, Charlie Wenzer, is the cleanup man. Then Ryan Weatherly, Scott Jusela, Melcher, Decow, and Stockman.
Of course, Grubner coming in at 167. His dad, Brandon, was a senior in the 93 Coon Rapids State Championship team. So there's a good bloodline in this family. We remember a lot of the Grubners, as we've been doing this for, really since the beginning of time.
Well, not quite since his dad was playing.
No.
So I was about to say that's a definite second generation
Yes.
CTN athlete, but not quite.
No. Well, we do this long enough.
Fastball in for a strike. It's 2-1. Well,
We'll get a few.
knee neighbors.
Yep.
Kids are playing.
Yep.
His daughter's playing softball, and so she's definitely a second generation.
Nice pitch.
Boy, the curveball is working for Mr. Vlacity this afternoon. Evens it up at 2-2 against Cole Grubner.
Well, as you talked about it, Joe, Cardinals need a good defensive game in the field. They have to limit the amount of errors that they're committing this year if they want to be successful.
Well, a completely different infield for the Cardinals today than what was on the field yesterday against Holy Angels.
Well, Manders pitched, I think, yesterday, didn't he?
Manders pitched, and Fearing, who is at third today, was at short yesterday. That one is down in the dirt and skips away. So I thought the umpire said he didn't swing, in which case that's ball 3. But apparently that is going to be strike 3. and advances on the wild pitch.
Well, fortunately, let's hope this doesn't come back to hurt him, because that's a situation where you strike him out and you're hoping to get the out, obviously, on that situation.
Fastball fouled away by Blake Ramberg.
Ramberg, 3-year varsity player, also a captain for this team. He's a great vocal leader, versatile ball player. He's going to play for Anoka Ramsey next year.
Curveball stays high, 1-1. Fastball hit high and short to center. In on it is Wynn. Waits, drifts to his left, makes the catch for out number 2.
Ian with the only 2 hits yesterday in that loss.
Well, one of them didn't make it but halfway to third base on a little check swing, but he's so speedy.
So fast.
So look at the defense. Manos, Wynn, and Halverson in the outfield. That's the same as it was. It's actually Jared Fearing at third base, Mark Manders at short, Lucas LeBrant at second, and Parker Roloff at first. Ricky Petroff is behind the plate, working with Jack Vlacity. Charlie Wenzer now the catcher for Elk River, has a 1-0 count. Fastball fouled back and out of play.
Wenzer hitting .267 as he steps to the plate. He's going to go play at Vermilion Community College in Ely next year.
Fastball blown right by him. The throw down skips past Roloff and down the right field line. Manos gets to it quickly before Grubner can try to advance, so fortunately not an error. And a 1-2 count to Charlie Wenzer. Wenzer. Curveball hit high and deep to left center. Halverson is there for out number 3. And the Cardinals get a chance to hit. No hits, 1 left. No errors in the top of the first. No score. Bottom half coming up next on CTN.
In order for us to continue participating in athletics and activities,
we need to work together.
Wash your hands often, especially when you're in public areas.
If you're sick, stay home.
stay at least 6 feet away from other people, and do not hang out in groups.
Cover your nose and mouth with a mask or use a cloth face covering.
Help keep us in the game.
Please practice health and safety protocols so we can keep doing what we love. Mask up, Rebels.
Tornadoes.
Cardinals. Bengals.
Huskies. Mask up, Anoka Henderson.
Back at Ken Sundstrom Field here at the Coon Rapids Cardinals Sports Complex. Cardinals, their first chance to hit this afternoon, will face the freshman Sam Stockman on the hill. Not only has Coach Mossy moved pieces in and out of the order, he's moved pieces up and down the lineup. Today's order, Ian Wynn leading off. He's been there every day he's been available. Sam Halverson, who's had a good start to the season offensively, will hit second. Jack Vlacity in the 3 spot with Antonio Manos behind him. Mark Manders, the shortstop, hitting 5th, followed by Ricky Petroff. Then Jared Fearing, Parker Roloff, and Lucas LeBrant is in the number 9 spot.
You saw Sam Stockman getting the second start of his varsity career. Beat Blaine last Thursday. Pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 hits, 6 Ks, 1 earned run to get the win. He's got great command, poise on the mound for a 15-year-old kid, Joe. Throws 3 pitches for strikes, can command both sides of the plate as well as beyond his years when it comes to understanding the game, according to Coach Holmgren. That's nice to have
he's sporting a pretty serious
nice flow
amount of hair.
Yeah, I like it.
Cole Decow, Blake Ramberg, and Trinity Blood patrolling the outfield for the Elks. Gavin Carlson and Ryan Weatherly on the right side. Cole Grebner is the shortstop. Jusela is at third. Charlie Wanzer behind the plate. And Sam Stockman, as we talked about, is on the mound. Ian reached all 3 times yesterday, walk and 2 hits. Very dangerous speed. He was thrown out stealing second in the game against Holy Angels yesterday, and their catcher
pretty good, I heard.
Yeah, he could play ball. Takes a fastball inside, 1-0.
Ian's hitting 263 as he steps to the plate.
This one hit right back up the middle, and Stockman just snags it for out number 1. I mean, he stuck it. I don't even know that Stockman knew, really reacted. It just more hit his glove almost.
Yeah, it really
reached down, and thank you. I'll take that back. The infield was like, well, throw it around. He's like, why?
He's
I'm just ready to.
He's a freshman, you know. He's got to learn some of this stuff.
Ready to pitch to the next guy. Delivers high to Sam Halverson, 1-0.
Sam hitting 267.
And a fastball at the knees evens it up. Really hot start with the bat in his first couple of opportunities. Has cooled a little bit last time out, but has kind of worked himself into a more steady position in the roster. There hasn't been a lot of steadiness, but a lot of different players to try and get into the lineup. And, Cardinals just got to find something that works.
Yeah, they do.
Halverson now trailing in the count, 1-2. Stockman will throw one in the dirt. Halverson's not biting. It's 2-2. And Wanzer wants to go out and have a chat with Stockman.
Wanzer just, being a catcher, go and give some advice to the youngster.
Two count. Stockman throws a fastball down and away, and the count is full. Pitch is low, ball 4, and a free base for Halverson.
Stockman a little disappointed in himself. Felt that obviously got lost that, and you got a pretty good hitter coming to the plate.
Well, he's ahead in that count, 1-2.
Yep.
Lost him with 3 straight outside the zone. Jack Vlacity digging in, hoping that he can make solid contact off the freshman, get something started for the Cardinals here. 1 out, 1 on. And they'll check on Halverson. He's back in time.
Vlacity steps to the plate. He's hitting 200 so far this season. I mean, just look across the batting order, or the batting lineup and the roster in general for the Cardinals. Nobody batting over 300.
Fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Speed pitch grounded to the left side. Grubner way to his left, pumps to second, and the throw to first not in time. He might have had a chance on Halverson.
I thought he was going to go for it.
Pumped and little indecision, and everybody's safe. 2 on, 1 out.
Yeah, I think if he had made that play and immediately thrown to second, that probably Sam would have been out. But fortunately for the Cardinals, that didn't happen, and we've got a couple of base runners with just one away.
Well, Vlasity's not going to hit a lot of infield singles,
No.
but there's one for him. Tone Manos hoping they can make this a big inning. First pitch, down and in, 1-0.
Tone also hitting 200 on the season.
Speed pitch falls in and evens it up. Well, and outside of Tone is one of the 3 or 4 that has been in every time available. But, you know, with a lot of these guys, with how much they've moved in and out of the order, hard to get a rhythm, you know, when not given that much opportunity. Grounded back to the mound. Stockman goes to second. They get that out at second, but Manos beats it out. So he'll reach on a fielder's choice. Runners at the corners with 2 away for Mark Manders.
Hey, Grebner had to make a nice play to make sure he put his foot on the bag to get that out at second. Cardinals like to get a run here in the bottom half of the first. Runners at the corners and 2 away. Manders hitting $176.
Manos is going. They're going to try and catch him. Thrown down in time. Skips away out into center field. Halverson comes home on the double steal. And the Cardinals are on the board here in the bottom half of the first inning.
You got to be pretty confident if you throw down there with 2 away. Now you give up a run and get a runner in scoring position.
Especially on a pitch down that meant you weren't already in a good throwing position. But Wanzer took the gamble. It did not pay off for the Elks. Tone is going to try and steal third, and this time Wanzer's not going to throw down because he was halfway there before that ball came out of Stockman's hand.
And nice aggressive base running by Manos. He's easily able to get third.
0-2. Swung on and missed, and that will end the inning. But the Cardinals get one home. They had 1 hit. They leave 1. They lead 1-0 after 1. You're watching live coverage of high school baseball on CTN.
Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash your hands. Scrub it while you sing this song. Wash, washy, wash, washy, wash, wash. Rub your hands and fingers and the places in between. Using soap and water makes your hands so clean. Wash your hands. Great job, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now dry.
Wash your hands for 20 seconds, just like Elmo.
If you love them enough to suck the snot out of their nose at 4 a.m., then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Back at the ballpark. 1 hit, 1 run. Cardinals on top. But early in the ball game,
I'll tell you, Joe,
I'm wondering what's going on with the meeting here. We just had the umpires meeting with both coaches. I would be surprised to see any change in lineups after the first inning.
I don't think so. Well.
Leading off for the Elks,
So Ryan Weatherly, the first baseman, will dig in to lead off for Elk River here in the top of the second inning.
He's hitting .571 as he steps to the plate. Coach loves what he does and has worked his way into the starting lineup.
First pitch fouled off in on the hands. It's 0-1. Curveball, he was way in front of it, able to get a piece of it, but it's 0-2.
Yeah, nice spot for Velocity to be in here, especially to a good hitter like that.
Well, he got off to a great start, struck out the first two guys. Grubner did reach on a wild pitch, technically, but a very strange play. I thought he checked his swing, but
nice pitch.
That is a fastball for a called third strike. Weatherly drops his head and returns to the dugout, and that will bring Scott Jusela to the plate for Elk River.
Bet you can guess what his nickname is.
Milk?
Juice. Milk. Got milk. Got juice.
Starts him with an off-speed pitch that dies down and away outside 1-0.
Yeah, we talked about we've said his name before. He's a three-sport athlete, both in football, hockey, and baseball. Going to Northern State University in the fall. He's going to study botany. I just made that up.
Fastball misses outside, 2-0. Fastball at the letters, fouled back to the backstop, 2-1. Velocity has not been behind hitters much at all so far. Granted, it's only the second inning, it's only the sixth batter, but still.
Oh.
This one lined back up the middle. A one-out single for Jusela.
He got a hold of that one, and that was no doubt about that base hit.
Only one who had a chance was Velocity, and he put the glove up, but not quite in time. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Gavin Melcher.
Melcher hitting .250 as he steps to the plate. He's the Joe Yund of the Elk River team. He's a scrappy, hard-nosed kid. Competes and fights better than most kids on the team. Reminds me that's a lot like you. Back in the day. Way back when.
Way back when I was still scrappy. One out, one on, a 1-0 count. Velocity delivers high and wide, and it's 2-0. Down low, 3-0. Looking all the way, and a fastball called for a strike.
Yeah, he certainly needed that pitch. He doesn't want to lose him here, but it's a tough situation with one out and a runner at first.
Cardinals got a 1-0 lead. Double steal in the bottom half of the first inning. Another pitch at the thighs. It's a full count.
Yeah, he came back with another good pitch.
Stays with the fastball. It's fouled to the backstop. Respectable lead for Jusela at first. Fastball gets him swinging. Second strikeout of the inning, fourth of the ball game already for Jack Vlacity.
Well, that's a big strikeout for Jack because he was behind in the count. Gets the second out of the inning, and that's a big one for the Cardinals.
I misspoke earlier. Jusela, you're right. His nickname is Juice.
Correct.
I think Cole's nickname might be Milk because it's Cole Milk Decal. A good drive, but a better diving catch for Ian Wynn. Unbelievable.
It was certainly not the first gem we've seen by that young man this season. Boy, is he a good defensive center fielder. You know, we talk about all the time, a player like him who's got those kind of wheels, not only on the base pass, but in the field, as he's able to come across and lay out for that catch.
Full speed, full extension, full leather on ball.
Wow, what a nice play. Beautiful, that was a gem.
And that will end the top of the second inning. Cardinals with a lead coming to the plate after this. Winston, nice hands, drives and scores. Picked him off beautifully.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Ian Wynn showing off the leather to end the top half of the second inning. Likes to have the highlight reel catches when CTN is here. Broke into the varsity lineup as a sophomore and was elected to be a captain during his junior year, which was last year. Ricky Petroff leading off for the Cardinals. In the bottom of the second, high fastball evens it up at 1-1.
Ricky hitting a $167. We talked about no Cardinal hitting 300 or above.
Stockman fools him with a fastball, gets him out in front and over the top. And now behind in the count, 1-2. He goes to it again, but it's lost. Wanzer able to find it. High throw just in time to complete the strikeout for Stockman, his second of the inning, or his second of the outing.
Now batting for the Cardinals, the third baseman, number 25, Jared Fearing.
That'll bring up the freshman Jared Fearing. Came up to the varsity squad a couple of games ago. He's played in 3 different spots in 3 different games. Started in left field 2 games ago. Yesterday was at short, and now starting at third base.
It's a battle of the great hair.
That's two pretty serious salads going toe-to-toe right there. Fastball is high, and it is 2-0 to Fearing. Off-speed pitch gets him swinging, 2-1.
That was a pretty pitch that dropped out.
Yeah, Stockman, I can't help but think of the main character, Mitch, from Dazed and Confused, being a freshman, a pitcher, and having a similarly sick salad sticking out from below his ball cap. Fastball called to strike at the knees. It's 2-2 now to Fearing. And a swinging strike 3. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Stockman. And they're 2 away here in the bottom of the second inning with Parker Roloff strolling to the plate.
Parker looking for his first hit of the season. There's a swing and the miss by Fearing.
Fastball called a strike, 0-1. Changeup has been keeping the Cardinals off balance, and roll off behind in the count, 0-2.
Well, Stockman doing a nice job mixing up his pitches here early on.
Misses outside with a fastball. And a called third strike. Stockman fans the side in the second. We go to the third. Coon Rapids 1, Elk River 0. You're watching CTN.
Oh, it's so nice to all be sitting down together. You can tell me something they did today.
I drew a horsey.
Good for you, son.
I started smoking.
I love you too, sweetheart.
I'm selling bongs out of our minivan.
I got a tramp stamp.
I'm getting implants.
I'm dating your brother.
Uh-huh.
I'm cooking meth in the basement.
Great idea, kiddo. That's why you're so popular at school.
We scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Hey, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin.
Beautiful day to be at the ballpark, and fans are soaking up the sun. We have not had a lot of great weather for the season so far. Only a couple. This is game 8 for the Cardinals, and really only a couple that have not been either cold or damp, or both.
I think this is our third. Our first two were not comfortable by any stretch of the imagination.
The Osseo game, our last
it was
last
cold.
week, Osseo game was very chilly.
Couldn't wait to get to my car.
So Sam Stockman, the pitcher, will lead off the third out of the number 9 spot for Elk River. Looks at a fastball, strike one. Out in front of an off-speed pitch, and it's fouled on the first baseline. And Vlacity quickly ahead in the count, 0-2. Tries to tempt him with one out of the zone, but Stockman stands still. It's 1-2.
Stockman's hitting .455 on the season, as well as having a nice start from the mound.
It's a pretty impressive
yeah.
batting average for your number 9 hitter. This one hit to first, roll off on a couple of hops, easily tags the bag for out number 1. And back to the top of the order. Left fielder Trinity Blood. Called out on strikes first time up.
Yeah, he had stepped when he stepped to the plate. He was hitting .438. He has a couple of doubles this season. A couple of RBIs, a couple of runs.
First pitch is an off-speed pitch that he skies in the infield. In on it is Fearing, and he dropped it. Off of the heel of his glove, and Blood will be on by error.
Yeah, not you know what? Not the guy you want to put on base. Very good athlete, very strong, and he's a threat to steal.
We'll see if how aggressive they want to be. Petrov's got a pretty strong arm behind the plate. Pitch 1 to Grubner was down low, 1-0. Grubner reached on a wild pitch on a really weird play because it looked to me like the umpire gave the safe call.
Right.
That he pointed at him that he did not swing, and it would have only been ball 3, so it wasn't a walk. But at the end of the day, he ended up at first. The runner is going from a knee. Petrov's throw a little too high, and sliding in safely is Trinity Blood. He got it out quickly, and it was on a line, but Blood, with a good jump, able to steal second and get into scoring position.
Yeah, he's quick, and again, with scoring position with just 1 away for Elk River, they're looking to try and see if they can at least tie this game up here in the top of the 3rd.
Curveball inside on Grubner, 2-1.
Wind's picking up a little bit, blowing from left to right.
Fastball called for a strike, evens the count.
Nice pitch. If you can get him here at the plate, get that second out. Good opportunity to get out of the inning.
This one grounded left side, backing up on it is Fearing, looks at the runner, then throws wide. Roloff can't stop it. Runners are going to advance to second and third. Second error of the inning. And the Elks threatening now with 2 in scoring position and only 1 down.
Yeah, you know, we talked about it at the beginning of the show. One of the things that's been hurting the Cardinals are miscues in the field, and already a couple here today so far.
Back-to-back errors on the freshman at third, and Fearing just has to try and shake it off and make the next play. The Cardinals have to try and strand those runners. Good fastball from Vlacity gets him ahead in the count, 0-1 to Blake Ramberg.
Yeah, you talked about you know, shaking it off. Got some nice words of encouragement from Mark Manders.
Breaking pitch doesn't break much, stays up and in, 1-1. Fly ball to center last time up for Blake Ramberg. Now with 2 runners in scoring position, 1 away. His team trailing by 1. Goes after a fastball up high and sends it a long way foul. That one's on its way over to the stadium to participate in some track and field.
Get some popcorn.
1-2. Fastball grounded left side, Fearing able to stop it up. Another throw that is wide of first. Ramberg is going to stay at first. Moving to third is Grubner.
Head coach Matt Mossy is going to take a walk out to the mound here. His young third baseman with 3 errors. He's trying to rush that throw and just puts so much on it.
Well, and both times did the right thing, looking back the runner to second and then making the throw, but the throw both times well wide and no chance for Roloff to stop it up. So now we have runners at the corners, 1 already across, and only 1 out. And their cleanup man, the catcher Charlie Wanzer, will be coming to the plate.
Yeah, great opportunity here for Wanzer to keep this inning going. Just 1 away and a runner at third, trying to get another run across.
Number 25, Charlie Wanzer.
Runner is going. This one popped up, may stay in play. right near the fence. Petrov able to get over, get under it, and get a huge out for his Cardinals club.
Yeah, just a great play by Ricky. He's able to stay with it.
And Ramberg has to return to first. Now 2 away. And Ryan Weatherly, who has struck out on 3 pitches first time up, will step in, trying to take more advantage of the Cardinals' errors and get his team in the lead. Pitch gets away from Petrov to the backstop. Both runners are going to advance. And the Elks take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, unfortunately, that one gets by him, and Cardinals are going to let in a run. Elk River taking the lead.
And now Ramberg in scoring position at second. That pitch in there for a called strike, 1-1. Curveball had Weatherly swinging out of his shoes, 1-2.
Yeah, that was a pretty pitch by Velocity. He's able to get that second strike, be ahead in the count.
My curveball stays outside, but Velocity still in control with a 2-2 count. Swinging strike 3 on the fastball. But 3 errors lead to 2 runs for Elk River. They score 2, leave 1. On no hits, they lead 2-1 in the middle of the 3rd inning on CTN.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Lucas LeBrant digging in. He's the number 9 hitter for the Cardinals. His first look at Sam Stockman. Watches a fastball outside, 1-0. And lets that one come in high. It's 2-0.
Lucas also looking for his first hit of the season.
This one grounded right side. Weatherly in, will scoop, flip to Stockman, and he's not able to reach the bag in time. And Lucas LeBrant beats it out. I imagine they'll call this an error, but we'll keep an eye on it. Here's another look at it. I thought he reached back and got it, but umpire's in good position, and he definitely did not have it before LeBrant was there, so good call. It is called an error on the play.
Yeah, good hustle down the line.
Ian Wynn. Line drive right back to Stockman to start off the first inning. Fastball called a strike, 0-1. They'll check on the runner. LeBrant dives back safely. Jusela apparently expecting a bunt, is well in on the grass at third.
One thing, he can beat out a bunt.
Makes it a lot tougher if the guy is 3 steps onto the grass.
Yeah.
He basically did beat out a bunt yesterday, although it was a kind of half swing, check swing bunt that rolled right down the third base line about halfway. Thought about going after that, maybe should have. Called the strike on the outside edge, 1-2. Runner is going, swung on and missed. The throw is not in time as LeBrant's able to slide in safely just ahead of the tag. A big first out for Stockman to get Wynn swinging. Cardinals get the tying run into scoring position.
Yeah, big stolen base there. As you're right, he's able to get an opportunity. If Sam can find some green in the outfield, get an opportunity to score a run.
Halverson walked and scored in the first. Fastball called to strike at the knees, 0-1. Another good pitch for Stockman, blows it past him up high. It's 0-2. Pulled the string, and Halverson able to stay with it, at least to stay alive. It'll stay 0-2.
Now you protect the plate, keep your at-bat alive. Try and get an opportunity to get a run home.
That one up high and in on him a little bit. Hit foul and long run for Decow, but no real chance to get there. It'll stay 0-2 again.
Yeah, seeing if you can poke something down that right field line, go the other way.
LeBrant is going. This one grounded to the left side. LeBrant easily safe. The throw will get Halverson, but a productive out moves the run over to third.
And importantly for the defense for Elk River, they do get that second out.
And Velocity, who has the only hit of the ball game for the Cardinals so far, an opportunity to drive in the tying run. Fastball called to strike, 0-1.
And Stockman just trying to see if he can get out of this inning without any runs coming across.
Not an easy one to take, but Velocity lays off, and it's 1-1. Fastball hit well to right. Decow on the run. Got crossed up. It's over his head. LeBrant scores easily. Velocity turning and coasting into second with an RBI double.
That decal looked like he was coming in on it and then realized it was going over his head. He was going to have no chance on the ball. Nicely hit ball by Velocity. Get the RBI, the double and the RBI.
Now batting for the Cardinals, the right fielder, number 26, Antonio Manos.
And now Manos with an opportunity with a runner in scoring position, 2 away. Try and get his team that lead right back. Cardinals with 3 straight errors in the top half of this inning that led to Elk River's 2 runs. Able to get 1 back, courtesy of an error by the Elks.
That's Velocity's second RBI of the season. And his 3rd double.
Manos was looking fastball, got the curve, and was way out in front of it. This time able to hold off on the breaking pitch down in the dirt. It's 1-1. Fastball fouled back off the mask of Wanzer. Little wake-up call for the catcher. One and 2 the count to Manos, and Stockman goes back to the curveball, gets him swinging, and a good hold by Wanzer. And that is strikeout number 5 of the ball game for Sam Stockman. We're tied at 2 after 3. You're watching CTN's live coverage of high school baseball.
Opiates has taken everything and everyone I've ever loved away from me. Everything. I blew my ankle out and I got prescribed pain pills by my doctor. If making my detox public is gonna help somebody, I'm all for it. I just wish I would have had a warning.
Opioid dependence can happen after just 5 days. Know the truth, spread the truth.
Lance throws deep downfield, but watching behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. She can't quite catch the leader. And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
People are out enjoying a beautiful day at the ballpark. And not the cleanest ball game, especially in that 3rd inning. 3 errors in the top half, 1 in the bottom. But it led to some runs getting across, and we have a 2-2 score.
Yeah, anytime you can get out on a beautiful day like today and watch some baseball, it's a great thing.
Scott Jusela will lead off. Solid line drive single his first time up. Only hit of the ball game so far for Elk River. Fastball misses down and away, 1-0.
Yeah, it didn't miss by much.
Curveball hit high and deep to right center. On the run is Wynn. He will make the catch. Doesn't have to leave his feet this time. And it's out number 1.
Yeah, he accelerates to the ball so well.
Now batting for the Elks, the designated hitter, number 11, Gavin Melcher.
That'll bring up the scrappy Gavin Melcher.
That's right.
I find it interesting that Gavin Melcher, the DH, is hitting for the second baseman, Gavin Carlson.
And you find that interesting because they both have the first name Gavin.
That's Gavin's spot.
Yeah.
Gavin is hitting for Gavin. Fouls away the first pitch, 0-1. Melcher battled up there first time up, but in the end was a strikeout victim. Back in the second inning. This time pops it up in front of the Elk River dugout, and that's going to be almost right off the CTN truck.
Now we have insurance.
Who's running the camera on top of the truck? Is that the one and only Neil Highlights Hennon up there?
No. We'll keep guessing. You know him. You know him and love him.
Curveball down in the dirt. 1-0. Well, Emmy wasn't wearing a CTN shirt.
Emmy's on third.
Who's on first?
Isn't that P-Wink? P-Wink.
Oh, is okay. Didn't even flinch as the ball was coming near him. Fastball blown right past Melcher. Strike 3. Out number 2 of the inning.
Yeah, P-Wink.
6 strikeouts in the game for Vlacity now. He has victimized the number 5 hitter, Ryan Weatherly, and the number 7 hitter, Gavin Melcher, twice each. And that'll bring up Cole Decow. First pitch hit pretty well to center, but an amazing play by Ian Wynn that ended the second inning. Fastball swung on and missed. It's 0-2.
And nice pitch there with the fastball. Get ahead in the count.
Well, and he'd love to have a quick inning. A few more pitches than he wanted to throw in that third inning, which was elongated by the 3 errors. Goes upstairs with a fastball, and Decow an excuse me swing. Strike 3. 7th strikeout of the game for Vlacity. Elks go 1-2-3 in the top of the 4th. Cardinals at bat after this on CTN.
Get all your Cardinals sports action with Joe and I live every Monday at 7:30. If Coon Rapids plays it, Sports Night covers it. Sports Night on local cable CTN.
When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things,
but they're all pure
love. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. Now I'm anything but lonely.
We had this deep connection, this heart connection.
He just wants to be close to you and part of your life.
Every day with Turtle is a perfect day.
When I'm holding her, it makes me feel calmer.
I think everything he does shows how much he loves us.
When we adopt a shelter pet, we discover they're a little bit of a lot of things,
but they're all pure
love.
Back at the Cardinals Sports Complex, Coon Rapids Elk River tied at 2 after 3.5 innings. Mark Manders, Ricky Petroff, and Jared Fearing, the scheduled hitters for the Cardinals, all struck out their first time up against Sam Stockman. This one lifted to right. It may fall in front, but no.
Nope.
Decow able to close the gap and catch it for out number 1. A very quick out number 1 for Stockman.
Yeah, that wind's blowing that way, and it just held it up enough for Decow to come over and make the catch.
Now batting for the Cardinals, the catcher, number 10, Ricky Petroff.
Got Petroff with the curveball first time, starts him with the curve again here and gets him swinging out in front, fouled off his front foot. Fastball misses high, 1-1.
Just a couple of hits for Coon Rapids, just one for Elk River so far here this afternoon.
Yeah, 2 hits, both by Jack Vlacity. Yep. Off-speed pitch, and Petrov swings through 1-2. Got him reaching, swing, strike 3. That is the 7th strikeout of the inning. Halfway through the order the second time.
And both pitchers with nice outings here this afternoon.
Yeah, 7 strikeouts and 15 batters.
That's
pretty
not
impressive.
bad.
Pretty impressive for the freshman. Starts Fearing with a fastball inside, 1-0. Fastball right in there to even it up, 1-1. Again, that curveball gets a Cardinal off balance and gets Stockman ahead in the count, 1-2. Fastball fouled out of play. We'll try again.
Yeah, both pitchers looking to have quick 4th innings.
Goes back to the curveball, gets another swinging strike 3, another strikeout for Stockman, and we're going to the 5th. Coon Rapids 2, Elk River 2. You're watching high school baseball live on CTN.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Hey, Kevin, you thinking about retirement?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty busy with all this.
Yeah. Hey, let's meet our retirement coach, Avo. A is for taking action.
Not anxiety?
No, Kevin, you're gonna be fine.
You sick?
Barely. V is for variety.
And you dance?
Sort of. Come on. O is for optimize your savings.
Let Avo lead the way.
Visit aceyourretirement.org today.
Nice.
Thanks.
Sam Stockman will come up in a leadoff spot again. Led off the 3rd inning, and after grounding out to first, he saw the top of the order reach on 3 straight errors and score 2 runs to give him a brief lead on the hill. But both pitchers, a great 4th inning. Vlacity threw 9 pitches, 7 for strikes. Stockman threw 10 pitches, 8 for strikes.
That's
both
impressive.
had 2 strikeouts in that inning. Fastball in off the hands. Fearing able to wait and make the catch for out number 1.
Quick first out in the field for Coon Rapids.
Now back to the Elks, the left fielder, number 24, Trinity Blood.
And that'll bring us back to the top of the order. Trinity Blood, a pop-up on the left side of the infield. That was the first of 3 errors. Later stole a base and scored a run. Looks at the breaking pitch, down and away, 1-0. Fastball foul and out of play. Breaking pitch didn't really break, stayed inside, 2-1. This one grounded left side, backing up his Fearing, waits. Throw is in time for out number 2.
He's got to feel pretty good about that after throwing a couple away.
Well, he took his time. He made a good throw, and yeah, anything to get that confidence back. And
absolutely.
Especially for a younger ball player, hard not to be a little overwhelmed of the speed of play when you jump from 8th grade traveling ball to high school varsity. Cole Grubner, a grounder that was turned into an error last time. Also struck out and reached base in the first. So he's 0 for 2, but he's been on base twice. This one hit on a line over the head of Manders at short. It'll be the second hit of the ball game for the Elk River Elks.
That was a solid piece of hitting by Gremner on base 3 times. All 3 times on base. And it doesn't matter how you get on, as long as you get on. That was a solid base wrap.
Well, I guarantee he'd rather get on that way than by either of the ways he got there
Absolutely.
before. But the end result is obviously what everyone's looking for. Blake Ramberg 0 for 2, reached on an error in the last inning, or in his last at bat, I should say. Goes down after one to start off, 0-1 as he fouls it out of play.
Blassie just be concerned about the hitter at the plate with 2 away.
This one short left field will drop well in front of Halverson, and a bloop single. Back-to-back 2-out hits for Elk River.
No opportunity for Fearling from third and Halverson from left, as you mentioned, just got underneath that, but enough for it to find the green in between the back of the infield and third and in front of Sam Halverson in left.
That'll bring up the catcher, Charlie Wanzer. Wanzer, first pitch, got underneath a curveball and popped it straight up behind home plate. Petrov able to track it down, a nice play near the fence. Now with 2 out and 2 on, fastball skips away from Petrov, and both runners will advance into scoring position. Now Wanzer an opportunity with a hit, could put his team up by 2 possibly. All coming on a 2-out rally here for Elk River. Curveball misses down and away. 2-2, or 2-0.
On Jack again, but this one get out of this inning with 2 away. Certainly does not want to lose him here behind in the count 2-0.
But it's not the worst thing that could happen.
No.
With first base open, this one foul and going to get out. P-Wink an opportunity, dives and almost went off the
fingertip.
He was so close.
He was close. Well, he's an athlete.
Did you say athlete or mathlete?
No, he's an athlete, but it might be talking about his feet. So it could be athlete's foot. I'm not sure. I get that confused when he was talking to me. So
you're easily confused.
Well,
2-1
and amused.
And a called second strike. Wanzer shoots the umpire a little bit of look of, are you sure? But he is. It's 2-2. Goes down and digs this one out. Waiting on it is Manos. Backs up a bit. Makes the catch, and that is out number 3. So a couple of 2-out hits, but 2 stranded in scoring position. It's still tied. Middle of the 5th on CTN.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Jeff Foxworthy here. If you've ever found yourself repeating the same thing for 75 years, you might be Smokey Bear.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, thing is, there's a lot more to say. Like if you've ever found yourself burning yard debris and then walking away, well, you might be starting a wildfire. So for the love of the outdoors, go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
So Sam Stockman, a nice outing. He's given up a couple of runs, one of them unearned, but a bit of a pitcher's duel.
It really is.
In 8 strikeouts through 4 innings for Stockman. 2 strikeouts in each of the 3rd and 4th innings, struck out the side in the 2nd, and ended the 1st inning with a strikeout. So that first time through the order, he struck out the 5th through 8 hitters in the varsity or in the Cardinals lineup. Parker Roloff was a strikeout victim first time up. Hoping that he can have a little better at bat. Maybe get his team started with something here in the bottom of the 5th.
There it is.
First pitch, right back through the box for a base knock and a leadoff man on base.
Nice way to start the inning here for Coon Rapids. First pitch, base hit. So we're getting a little bit later into the game here in the bottom of the 5th.
It'll bring up Lucas LeBrand, a ground ball right side, reached on an error when Stockman missed the bag on his tag trying to cover. Tries to bunt, got a piece of it, but it's foul, 0-1.
A good thought. You want to maybe manufacture a run here. Runs are at a premium so far this afternoon, just 2 for each squad.
And only 1 earned run in the bunch.
Yep.
Shows bunt again, this time drops down a beauty. No other opportunity. And he came off the base, and LeBrant is going to reach again on an Elk River error.
I mean, that bunt was as pretty as can be.
I didn't think that Weatherly stepped off the base until after he had the ball, but that's not the way the umpires saw it. That'll be an error charge to the first baseman. 2 on, nobody out, just 3 pitches into the bottom half of the 5th, and Coon Rapids going back to the top of the order. Another look at that pitch, just absolutely dies before it even gets to the grass. Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did reach and come off as he reached for the throw, which LeBrant taking away the inside of the foul line, running on the inside of the foul line so that he had to throw it a little wider. Weatherly had to stretch, came off the base, and so I'm going to say that's an error charge to the catcher. Either way, second error of the ball game for Elk River, and both times it's been the Cardinals' number 9 hitter Lucas LeBrant reaching on that error. And now the Cardinals trying to get something going. Wind shows bunt, but the pitch in the dirt. He pulls back for ball 1. Nice stop by Wanzer. Make sure that neither Cardinal is able to try and advance any further.
Yeah, really nice stop because both runners would have advanced had it gotten by him.
Infield in, looking for the bunt. Another pitch low. Taken ball 2. Shows bunt, drops down a good one. Stockman stumbles, turns, throws, not in time. That'll be an infield single. And they're all loaded up with nobody out here in the 5th.
Yeah, I mean, he came off the mound and then fell, and it's going to be tough to get a speedy guy like Wynn anyway.
Even with a perfect play on the ball, it's hard to catch Ian on a good bunt, and that was definitely a good bunt. Bases full of Cardinals for Sam Halverson. He's a kid that, like I talked about earlier, he started with a couple of knocks early in the season. It's been a little cold. Be a good time to snap out of that. He's definitely got the power to go deep. And at least, if he can find a gap with Wynn at first, that could easily score 3. Fastball in for a called strike, 0-1. And a fastball missing low, 1-1.
Good patience at the plate by Sam. Oh, that one almost got the truck too.
P-Wink's like a magnet over there.
Yeah. He's like Stretch Armstrong. His arm just stretches out about 6 feet. Makes the catch.
Stockman ahead in the count, 1-2. Fastball fouled to the backstop. Last foul, Halverson had to wait on the curveball. This one right on time with the fastball. Another curveball that's fouled out of play.
Yeah, just fighting him off, protecting the plate.
Well, Sam's getting his hacks in.
Yes,
He's fouled off two strike pitches in the third, two strike pitches so far here in the 5th. Went to a full count before walking in the 1st. Ended up scoring the game's first run on a stolen base. This one skied over by the Elk River dugout, and P-Wink dive. Come on, buddy. Got to have that one.
He needs to bring his glove with him. I thought he always had his glove with him, but doesn't he have it in the trunk of his car?
I'm going to brush off the plate and maybe wait for some more foul balls to get back to the umpire. At the very least, Halverson's going to make him battle here. This 7th pitch of the at-bat, still a 1-2 count. This one hit on a line to center. They'll score 1 run. Everybody stops there. And Vlacity will have the bases loaded with nobody out. And Coon Rapids with a 3-2 lead.
Really nice at-bat for Sam. I mean, he was able to foul those pitches off, keep his at-bat alive, and then come through with the base wrap.
Vlacity 2 for 2, doubled his last time up. Would love to repeat that. He drove in 1 with that double. He's got an opportunity to pick up a couple more ribbies here with the bases juiced and nobody out. Fastball inside low from Stockman makes it 1-0. Holds off on a pitch up high. It's 2-0.
Yeah, he just held off. And he kind of looked back at the official, wondering if he was going to call a strike.
Well, Wanzer has the umpire ask for help.
Yep.
Which is the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
Still 2-0. Stockman kicks and fires. Goes to that curveball and gets a swinging strike, 2-1.
Yeah, the curve's been pretty effective for him.
Drops the curveball in, started high, fell in. Evens the count at 2-2.
Yeah, Cards would love to get at least a 2-run cushion here. But as you mentioned, nobody out, bases loaded. Cardinals with an opportunity for a big inning. Oh.
Fastball called, third strike, and that's a big out for Stockman and the Elks.
Huge.
Now batting for the Cardinals, the right fielder, number 26, Antonio Manos.
To bring up Tone Manos, 0 for 2. Did reach on a fielder's choice, steal a couple of bases. Big opportunity here. And the curveball in there for a called strike, 0-1. This one chopped left side. They're going to come home. The throw is in time. They get the force at the plate. Bases will stay loaded, but now 2 away.
Yeah, smart play. Got to go for that. Obviously, go try to eliminate the run. Just with 1 out. It's hard to see that plate.
Manders 0 for 2. Strikeout and a flyout. This one hit to right field. It's going to drop. Wynn will score. Halverson being waved in. He's going to score. They throw to second, and they get the out of Manders trying to stretch it. But 2-run score, and the Cardinals lead 5-2. Top of the 6th coming up next. You're watching live baseball on CTN.
Oh, hi. I'm TV's Howie Shapiro. And when I'm not announcing CTN sports broadcasts with my sidekick Joe Yen, I'm watching all the other great programs on the CTN Studios YouTube page. There's news stories, great local events, and even full games. You can even watch on any smart device with a YouTube app. Whether that's your phone or a tablet, you can watch CTN's great programming wherever and whenever you want. You can even watch CTN's event coverage live. So no matter where you are, you can share in all the excitement. CTN Studios, building community through cable.
Jack Vlacity staked to a 3-run lead now as we start the 6th inning. Both pitchers have been strong, putting up plenty of strikeouts on both sides of the scorebook.
Yeah, and Vlacky's got to feel pretty comfortable now going back. He's pitched well.
Or at least more comfortable.
More comfortable, correct.
He'll feel real comfortable when he gets 6 more outs.
Yes.
And the Cardinals can try and celebrate their first win of the season.
Yeah, we'd certainly love to see it.
So he'll face 5, 6, 7 hitters. And again, Weatherly and Melcher, the 5 and 7 hitters, are a combined 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Seven strikeouts through 5 innings. For Vlacity, 9 strikeouts through 5 innings for Sam Stockman.
Yeah, both pitchers pretty dominant, but a tougher inning for Stockman there in the bottom of the 5th.
Well, and that may be the first inning of the season where the Cardinals had 4 base hits in the same inning. So that is a great sign for the Cardinals. They drive in 3.
We hope that's the first of many to come for Coon Rapids.
Weatherly looks at a fastball, strike 1. This one fouled away, and it's quickly 0-2. Fastball called, third strike, and number 8 of the ball game for Jack Vlacity. 5th inning was the first inning of the ball game that he did not have at least 1 strikeout. And it's the hat trick for Ryan Weatherly. 3 plate appearances, 3 strikeouts.
It's a tough day at the ballpark.
Yep, that's one that will lead to mom and dad getting an earful at dinner. At least that's what happens in my house.
I was going to say that never happens in your house, does it?
Fastball misses outside, 2-0. He doesn't like to strike out, as is the case with most ball players.
I'm sure not.
Jusela, a single and a fly out. Quickly ahead in the count, 1-2, or 3-0. So we work here in the top of the 6th inning. 3-1 count.
We saw Jack in this situation earlier in the ballgame, came back to get the strikeout.
This one grounded right back to the mound. He's going to run it over, and why take the chance on the flip when I can just run and beat the guy to the base? Protecting the baseball, getting the out. So we've seen 17 strikeouts. How many walks?
1? Yeah, I was going to say, I can't remember any more than the 1.
Halverson walked back in the 1st inning and ended up scoring the only run, or the first run of the game for the Cardinals, the only run of that inning. Up and into Gavin Melcher, 1-0. This one skied in front of first, or right at first. Roloff waits and squeezes it in a pretty quick 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 6th. Cardinals at bat with a 5-2 lead when we return on CTN.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sam Stockman, his longest inning of the game so far in that 5th, gave up 3 runs on 4 Coon Rapids hits. There was an error mixed in there as well. Have a new third baseman, but we're going to work on finding out a name that goes along with number 14. Ricky Petrov will lead off the inning for the Cardinals. First pitch, high fly ball down the right field line. Long run for Decow. He's not going to get there. It bounces and almost gets to the wall. And a leadoff double on the first pitch of the inning for Ricky Petrov.
We have new third baseman, Caden Swenson.
There we go. I knew we'd get a name. Shapiro just can't be stopped.
No, I'm all over the place.
So Petrov, a leadoff double on the first pitch of the 5th, and that might be it for Stockman. As we see Ryan Holmgren slowly stride toward the mound. His freshman's had a nice outing.
Yes, he has.
Cardinals have definitely figured him out a little better here on the 3rd time through the order.
Yeah.
But, you know, after the long 5th, I was kind of surprised to see him back out to start the 6th. But it will only last 1 pitch, and he will give way. So we will step aside as they warm up the relief and be back with more from Ken Sundstrom Field after this.
Yo, Scott.
Hey.
I'm heading out, man. You want to ride?
No, I got my car back. I actually really need to go to the bathroom.
You know what? I was just in there. The line is like 10 people long.
You know, I think I'll just...
Dude, are you okay?
You wouldn't believe what I was just thinking. I am definitely buzzed.
Yeah.
I think I will take this, and I will take that ride home.
Smart man.
Did you see how that dog was looking at me?
He's got it. So Drew Gertz, the new pitcher for the Elks, another lefty coming out. He's got a little bit of flow coming out of back of his brim as well. Not nearly the sweet salad that we saw from Stockman for the first 5+ innings, but another slender left-hander. Looks like he throws pretty hard. We'll see what the Cardinals can do with him. He'll face Jared Fearing, Parker Roloff, and Lucas LeBrant, the bottom third of the Cardinal order, with Ricky Petrov standing at second base, so stand-up double on the first pitch of the inning.
An opportunity for the Cardinals to see if they can extend their lead. Here in the bottom of the 6th, already a 3-run lead for them, and nobody out, runner at second.
Fearing would like to find his first varsity knock. This one fouled back out of play.
Yeah, it'd be a great time for him.
Curveball bounces and skips to the backstop and easily over to second on the wild, or third on the wild pitch is Petrov. Evens the count at 1-1. Fearing tried to check his swing, but unsuccessfully. 1-2. Fastball was certainly high and tried to hold off, but not going to be able to do it. Big sweeping curveball.
Tried to drop that in.
Misses outside, 2-2. Foul and out of play. He's made solid contact a couple times in this first couple of games, just right where guys could get to it. Curveball gets him swinging. Third strikeout of the ball game for Jared Fearing.
Yeah, he is having a sort of had a tough early go on the field and tough night at the plate.
Parker Roloff with a single and a run scored last time up. Just a solid line drive right back through the middle. Another run standing at third base, only one out. Wisely lays off the curveball that hit well in front of home plate, and it's stopped nicely by Wanzer to make sure that Petrov stays aboard at third. Fastball fouled back, 1-1. That was the pitch he wanted, just got under a little bit too much. That's a lot of movement on that pitch, but really nowhere close. It's 2-1. Wanzer keeps calling for the hook, knowing how much movement that Gertz puts on it and how dangerous it might be with a runner at third. But get him looking for one thing, and that's a good strong fastball at the knees to even the count at 2-2.
Yeah, and Parker knew it. He shook his head affirmatively, said, yep. Well, that was a pitch maybe that I could have swung at, but nice one nonetheless.
Fastball called a strike, but Roloff thought it was outside, but
he did.
Second time he's been called out today. And Lucas LeBrant has the luck of the Irish going today.
He really does.
Reached twice on errors. Once on a sacrifice bunt attempt, so that one skips and goes all the way to the backstop. Coming in on the wild pitch is Petrov, and the Cardinals have a 4-run lead.
Yeah, nice additional insurance run here in the bottom of the 6th.
This one hit high to short left center. Therefore, it is Ramberg to make the catch and end the inning, but a leadoff double and a couple of wild pitches leads to another run for the Cardinals. They lead 6-2 as we go to the 7th on CTN.
In order for us to continue participating in athletics and activities,
we need to work together.
Wash your hands often, especially when you're in public areas.
If you're sick, stay home.
stay at least 6 feet away from other people, and do not hang out in groups.
Cover your nose and mouth with a mask or use a cloth face covering.
Help keep us in the game.
Please practice health and safety protocols so we can keep doing what we love. Mask up, Rebels.
Tornadoes.
Cardinals. Bengals.
Huskies. Mask up, Anoka Henderson.
What are you doing in there? What's that?
I wouldn't do that. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Cardinals just 3 outs away from picking up their first win of the season, a 6-2 lead as we start the 7th. And Vlasidy's been very, very solid all afternoon. 3 hits, 8 strikeouts, 2 runs, both unearned. Back in that 3-error third inning. In the bottom part of the order, Cole Decow hit one toward the right center gap back in the second inning, but robbed of a hit by an amazing diving play by Ian Wynn. Behind on the fastball, 0-1.
And Jack with just a really solid outing here today.
High fastball, Decow goes chasing, it's 0-2. Took a little something off it, but left it way up high. See if he could get Decow to chase again, but it's 1-2. Fouled the back to the backstop. We'll try again. Fastball didn't miss
Yeah.
by much, but just down and away, 2-2.
I was just going to say that's a tough one to hold off of.
This one out of play. Decow definitely battling. 4 pitches total in his first 2 at-bats. This will be pitch number 7 of this AB. Leading off the bottom of the 7th, his team needs 4 to tie. And his team has another game to go to.
They do.
They're going to go over to
nice pitch.
Castle Field as the curveball drops in for a called third strike. They're going to go over to Castle Field and play against Armstrong.
They will.
Which is kind of an interesting deal. The umpires didn't show up for their game last night, and umpires late to this game.
Yes, it's kind of a theme for Elk River this week.
But Armstrong over playing Anoka at Castle Field and said, hey, Anoka's willing to let us play a doubleheader.
We'll
if you guys want to come over after the Coon Rapids game, we can get that game played. And of course, you want to try and get the games in any way you can. And I think any kid in just about any dugout, given the opportunity to play an extra game at Castle Field, is going to say yes.
Yeah, such a beautiful ballpark.
1-1, the count to Sam Stockman. He's 0 for 2, a ground out and a line out. This one fouled off the screen and out of play, 1-2. Curveball and gets Stockman swinging, and that's got to give a little extra satisfaction to both pitcher and catcher.
It does.
To show the young hurler for the Elks a little bit of his own medicine. As he struck out a number of Cardinals.
Yes, he did. His curveball was working for him.
Strikeout number 10 of the game for Vlacity. Back to the top of the order and last chance for the Elks, Trinity Blood. Reached on an error and scored back in that 2-run third inning. Looks at a fastball, strike 1. Speed pitch hit well to center. Going back on it is Wynn. This one's over his head and all the way to the wall. Digging and turning for 3 is Trinity Blood. The throw is not in time, and it's a 2-out triple for Trinity Blood.
Yeah, he gave that ball a ride to the deepest part of center field, and as fast as Ian Wynn is, he could not get back there to track it down. And the Elks trying to keep this ball game moving here and going with 2 away.
Blood's obviously got some wheels
he's
as well.
Some power.
He was almost at second base by the time that ball hit the ground.
Yeah,
Going to bring up Cole Grubner. First pitch, hit to center, right, and it's Tone Manos making the catch, and this one's over. The Cardinals have their first win of the season.
The O is no more, as the Cardinals do get that elusive first win, and that's got to feel good for these young athletes and, of course, this coaching staff to get the win. And tough one for Elk River, as you mentioned. They're going to have to hop back on the bus and go over to Castle Field to play another one.
Jack Vlacity in that last inning, 14 pitches, 12 of them for strikes. He gets 2 more strikeouts, ends with 10 strikeouts in the game, no walks. Gave up 2 unearned runs on 4 hits.
Yeah,
That's
was
a good afternoon.
A very good afternoon for Jack, and a nice win for the Cardinals. They able to get 7 hits here today, and some errors in the field, obviously, the things that they'll continue to try and clean up. But the biggest part is that they got the win, and the first one of the year for them.
Yeah, they needed it, and anything to get the confidence going. And the best part about it is the errors that were committed in that third inning. And why? Because rather than them saying, "Oh no, here we go again," they came right back. They got that run right back in the bottom half of that inning, got it back to even, and then were able to get the win at the end and got the bats going. Like I said, 4 4 hits in that 5th inning for the Cardinals. They score 3 runs, and that's the first time I think all season that they've had 4 hits or 3 runs in any single inning.
Yep, that was again just a great outing for the Cards because they needed that win, and it's a big one for them because they had to get, as we always talk about, getting off the schneid, getting that first win, and hopefully it's the first of many to come for Coon Rapids.
Well, we've got lots more excitement coming your way. We're going to be back here on Monday as the Cardinals host a rescheduled game against Park Center. Softball on Thursday against the Anoka Tornadoes. Girls and boys lacrosse are being done on Monday the 10th. But that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Coon Rapids 6, Elk River 2. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including the incomparable Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.